Stella, can you believe that these guys still don't know how to take a nude? Don't worry. We'll fix it. Alright. So you want to take a better nude. Bonus round. Too fucking easy. First of all, should have said this in the first video, but this really is the most important rule. No lie, no cap, golden rule. Never, ever, 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 never, 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 ever, for the love of God, ever take any compromising photo of yourself if you aren't perfectly fine with your family, your friends, your loved ones, your co-workers, and everyone they know seeing it. Alright? And I don't give a fuck how much you trust your partner or how much, how many walls that you put all those photos behind. Nothing is safe, nothing is secure, and drunk you really likes to show off. So, as soon as you accept that you're a bad bitch and you own that shit, it can never be used against you. It can never hurt you. Therefore, full send. Now, on to some real tips. Alright, so one of the questions that I get all the time is like, what do I do about the hair? And, it's just something that we all have. Body hair, pubic hair, facial hair, shit like that. And there are some people that have a preference, like they like more hair, they like less hair, they like it bald, whatever. So what do you do? Especially if you're not with someone committed that you can ask that personal question of like, what would you prefer? And the answer is personal fucking hygiene, alright? It's not a matter of, oh, I gotta make sure that I got this all trimmed just right and, got all the right angles on it. It's just, look like you put in the effort for your own personal hygiene. Just trim it up a little bit. The golden rule for this, both men and women, is that no one likes to go down and come back up with teeth full of hair, right? It's just not. So, especially for the guys, because I don't want to speak for the women entirely on this, but guys, I'm not saying you should go out and just shave everything barren, because most of you don't do that shit on the regular, and you're going to come out looking like someone who has never used a razor blade before, and you're going to get razor burn. And what does that look like? Herpes. What do we not want to show off on the first date? You guessed it, herpes. So, what do? If you're worried about it, just buzz it, trim it. Not down to the skin, just a little bit, alright? Enough to knock the bush down, you know what I'm saying? That way, it's not prickly and all sharp and, rough to rub on. And you don't look like you have herpes. And, whether it's a myth or not, it'll boost your confidence to see it without all the hair in the way because it's going to look a little bigger. And Lord knows, we all just want it to look a little bigger. Now, ladies, I'm not going to speak for you, but the same rule applies to you, that no one likes to go down and end up with hair in their mouth. So I'm not going to say whether or not you should or shouldn't, but the same rule of just look like you take care of yourself. Now, along the same lines of that, this one's mainly for anyone that has a whole peen, or part of a peen, I guess. If I'm taking a nude of myself, bro, should I, take it hard, or should I take a picture of it soft? And obviously this is going to vary wildly, depending on whether you're a grower or a shower, and neither one of those is something to be ashamed of. So my golden rule for this is, bro, half-mast. That's right. Semi-chub is the way to go here, without a doubt. Because, for one, if you take a semi-chub, no matter how big you are or aren't, you're more than likely going to be above the national average, or the international average for that matter, of a soft penis. So, boom, you're above average. But, if you take it semi-hard, and this is going to come up later, you don't look like you're trying. Alright? Then, you have the excuse of, babe, I'm not even hard. Wait till you see it in person. You cannot disappoint. That's the goal. So, half-mast is the way to go. Now, I kind of spoke more on the ideology of taking dick pics on the last one, but here's a solid, tip. I talked about taking 3/4 pictures. We're going to build off of that. So, a good pose that you want to use when you're taking a dick pic, when you're taking a nude, when you identify as a male, or really this can work for women as well, is, like I said, if you're going from the front, you want to go up high. Like, we're talking phone up here. That might be a little hard depending on the size of your phone and the size of your hands. Huge hands. But what you're going to do here is it's going to naturally cause you to flex your arm, your core, you know, around your pelvis, and hopefully you'll cut it off around your feet, but it won't really matter because the focus won't be there. But what this is going to cause you to do is naturally be flexing. It's going to give you a little more definition, regardless of how athletic you are. And this is good because you won't look like you're trying. It's just what your body naturally does when you're in that position. And that's the goal, because if you go in the shower, or you just got out of the shower, and you're in the mirror and you be lifting up that shit like, yeah, check out my abs. Alright, cool, you're a fucking douchebag. Alright, Chad, calm down. You're trying too hard. Nobody likes that. But you take a picture from up here, you're like, that's just how the body works. That's not on you. And the same deal works for women as well. Like, there are certain positions that kind of naturally make your body fall into better positions. Like, if you were to take my advice and go 3/4 from the thighs up, you know, turn your feet in a little bit, it kind of helps define that V-line. I don't know why people like it, but we do. And as long as they can't see the dumbass duck walk you're doing with your feet, then boom, you got a little more definition. It's not going to make it magically appear where it isn't, but it helps if you're working on it. So, you know, that helps. Now, if you are, say, like the individual that stopped me right before I came to make this video, and you're really worried about your microscopic peen, which is honestly the best way to flirt with anyone. Side note, guys, if you're in the flirting stage and you're just talking about it, don't ever say you have a big peen, alright? From my experience, so I won't say it's fact, but if you tell girls you have a big peen, they think you're lying. You tell them you have an average peen, they probably think you're lying. Tell them you got the little peen, they probably believe you. But if you tell girls that you have a microscopic dick, I'm talking wonder of the world, how the fuck does that even exist kind of dick, you're accomplishing so much more. One, they don't actually believe you, therefore you can't disappoint. Boom, right back to my other point. Two, you've made them laugh, which is like 60% of the battle right there. You gotta make them laugh. And three, bro, she's thinking about your dick right now, man. Like, you've already won. But if you're really worried about it, like I was saying before in one of the last videos, wide angle makes things look bigger if you're up close. So if you're really worried about it, you know, get into a nice position where you're laid up kind of at an angle, which causes your core to naturally flex. And you get something like, if you're using a cell phone, I'm sure they have an app where you can use a artificial wide angle lens, go from down low then, and you really can't disappoint. Remember, half hard. You know, half mast, semi-chub. Never show them everything you're working with, alright? That is a surprise for you so that you can't disappoint. And that's really it. Bonus round. It's great. But again, I want to reiterate the golden rule. Never, ever take any compromising photo of yourself if you aren't cool with everybody you know seeing that. But if you take that photo, know you're a bad bitch. Regardless. That's you. Alright? You got nothing to worry about. And they can't use it against you. And that's all.